الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وبعد. I'd like to begin by praising Allah. We praise Him, we seek His help, and we ask for His forgiveness. And we take refuge with Allah from the evil of ourselves and from the evil consequence of our evil actions. Whomsoever God guides, no one can misguide. And whomsoever God leaves to go astray, no one can guide. And I testify that God alone is worthy of worship, and that Muhammad, may God's peace and blessings be upon him, is the servant of Allah and His final messenger. First of all, I really apologize for keeping you all waiting here. Anyway, that's it. I just apologize. I'd like to share with you why, but I think I'd probably end up giving a talk on a whole different topic. So anyway, inshallah, maybe later. The purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? Why are we here? What is it all for? Every society, every civilization has to offer to people some explanation, some raison d'être. It's nice. Huh? Yeah, mashallah. Raison d'être. A reason for being. It's essential to keep any society together. It's what sociologists call socialization. We all need to be socialized. We all need to be programmed in a certain way in order for society to be able to function. If we don't accept the socialization, if we don't accept the programming of society, what happens is society breaks down. Society stops functioning. And actually, it's a trend throughout history. You see it happening again and again. That civilizations reach a stage. They reach a stage of usually technological, military, economic supremacy. They reach that stage, but there seems to be a point at which it ends. And then after that, what happens is a decline. It could be a slow decline. It could be a very quick and rapid decline. And one of the reasons for this is what they call ontological anxiety. The things that used to mean something, the morals, the norms, the principles by which a society used to live, they don't seem to be prevalent anymore. And then people begin to wonder, what's it all for? Why are we here? What's the purpose of my existence? What are we trying to achieve as a society or as an individual? So this is a very important question. And as I said, every society, every civilization, every group of people, even I suppose gangs, they try to provide some sort of answer to that question. Religions definitely try to provide some sort of answer to that question. So I want to examine today at least one society and one religion that I have been quoted as saying, this is what delayed me today, I have been quoted as saying that conflict is ordained. Conflict between Islam and the West is not only sanctioned but ordained in the Quran. Of course, that's quite a sort of militant, radical type of statement. But in the context of my whole essay, what I was talking about was, of course, an ideological difference. I don't even think difference is just not simply enough. The word is not enough to describe the way that Muslims view the world and the way that essentially a secular humanist society views the world. That's two completely, almost, I would say, almost completely opposed viewpoints. they have two entirely different explanations as to why we are here. What is the purpose of life? What is the reason for our existence? So let me discuss the first one, really polemically, from the point of view of a person who has lived that life and has thoroughly, maybe not as thoroughly as I would like, but has rejected it. And that is the idea of the materialist society. The concept, the notion that we are really animals. And that is what the theory of evolution, which is the main ideological, theological, dare I say, basis for a materialistic, humanistic society. The idea that human beings have evolved, that we are just a product of random events. Human beings are a product of random mutation of DNA through natural selection. And our traits are selected through natural selection. In reality, the difference between us and the animals, there is no difference. We are just part of the natural order. We are essentially, in reality, one and the same. Any other idea that we are different is illusionary. That means that everything we do as human beings, everything we believe, whether it's religion or not, even our morals, our ethics, our manners, our customs, our societies, are just part of that process of evolution. Interestingly, therefore, from this humanist secularist point of view, any notions of absolute right and wrong, any notions of absolute right and wrong are illusionary. It's very important. Because from that viewpoint, there is no such thing as objective morality. Morality is a product like our nose and our eyes and our ears and our toes of evolution. Our minds are a product of evolution. Our morals evolve like everything else. Our society evolves like everything else. Therefore, in reality, it is illusionary to talk about concepts such as good and evil. If you think about it, if you reduce this to its ultimate logical basis, and if we agree, therefore, that human beings are just like animals, and we're no different, and we've evolved just like the animals evolved, we don't look at a lion that attacks a little deer and rips its throat out and say, oh, what a wicked lion. Just a lion doing what a lion does. When a male shark forces itself upon a female shark, we don't call it rape. That's just the shark doing what sharks do. Right? Then under what circumstance and under what evidence, under what basis is human behavior any different? When one group of human beings decide to commit genocide and kill 6 million other of them, that's just human beings do what we've evolved to do. Right? When we rape, when we murder, when we steal, when we do anything, even when we do so-called altruistic acts, love and charity, and these are not any more good than when you see a mother elephant look after its baby elephant. It's just what we're programmed to do. It's just an inevitable consequence of our evolution. There is therefore no absolute sense of right and wrong, no absolute sense of good and evil.